Good morning. So this week would have been the London Marathon week, but obviously because of this bloody coronavirus it isn't going to happen. It's happening now on October the 4th. So this week a lot of marathon people that were due to run the London Marathon have decided that over the space of the week, finishing on Sunday, we're going to do a total of 26.2 miles. So I did a run on Tuesday, did 5 miles Tuesday, did 4 miles yesterday, Wednesday. My shins didn't want to do any more miles today, but me and my daughter have decided, in a wave?
Oh, I did.
We've decided we're going to come out and walk 5 miles this morning. So she's walking 5 miles of the marathon with me. It's a lovely morning, sunny early. I don't know what the time is, maybe about 8ish, half 8. So you probably heard somebody just come up behind us. I recognise that bum anywhere. That was one of our friends. So we said, we stopped and had a little chat. Social distance rules obviously applied. So yeah, as I was saying, there's a group of us, started by my lovely friend Jen. She said, let's all get together, let's all try and do 26.2 miles over the week. So that's what we're doing. And to be honest, it's got my mojo back a little bit. I'm now, when you've got something to aim for, it's a little bit easier to get out. So I've not really felt like running for weeks, and I've only really done about 9 miles every week. So to actually now push myself here and do 26.2 miles this week, it's good it feels good to have a challenge. It feels good to have something to work towards and work for. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. So after this week's done, what I might do is set myself a challenge to do 30 miles next week and then just break that down over the week. But if, you know, I'm not going to put any pressure on myself, because to be honest, and this might not be a favoured opinion of some marathon runners, I'm not even too sure this is going to happen in October. After you hear all the people on the news talking about social distancing measures that need to happen for the remaining of the year, I'm not too sure they're going to want thousands and thousands of people all gathering together to watch the London Marathon, or even running the marathon shoulder to shoulder. Oh, Tills, put it up a bit, babe.
Oh, sorry.
Double chin. So we'll see. Obviously, that's just what I think. And after seeing things on the Facebook pages, I'm just not so sure it's going to happen. But we'll check in at the end of this walk anyway. 5 miles.
Show you how it goes. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick. Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself.
Hi. So I'm approaching halfway. I'm just up to the almost 3 miles, running in my vest. There's been loads of people all along the way, like waving and putting their thumbs up, and it's been quite emotional really. Let's cross this road, don't get run over. But no, feeling alright. My shins are aching a little bit, but I'm assuming this is what it's going to feel like the last 6.2 miles of the actual marathon. I'm going to have aches and pains. So I'll see you again at the end. That's it, running home. I can see my house. It's warm today. I've got a finish line.
Hello. So today I would have been sitting here today recording this, having really sore legs, really sore feet. In fact, I probably wouldn't even record a video. Today is the day we should have been running the London Marathon. Obviously, for obvious reasons, it hasn't gone ahead. From, as you would have seen from my video before this, my one at the end of March or March sometime. It's been postponed till the 4th of October. If you don't know what's going on, then you must be living under a rock somewhere, or in Russia, because they've not really been hit that bad, I don't think. So as you can see by the few pictures that I've inserted in before this talking video, it was my lovely friend Jen's idea, or put the idea in our heads, to cover the distance of the marathon over this week, finishing today. So come Sunday today, we would have run 26.2 miles. Whether we want to run it, walk it, cycle it, whatever, we were just going to cover that distance. So I obviously jumped at the challenge. I'd really lost my running mojo of late, with the marathon not going ahead today. And also being in lockdown, everything's completely out of routine. The kids, I mean, they're still up. It's 9:31, they're still up. Lenny's downstairs watching a film with Dan, and Tilly's drawing in the kitchen. It's just like it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So all the routine's out the window. I'd completely lost my mojo. We're decorating. This is actually my bedroom, but it's filled with my daughter's furniture. So everything's all upside down. So I'd completely lost my mojo. Found it really hard to get out. Jen then suggested doing this. Obviously, why would you not do this? What a great way to mark the week that would have been the London Marathon. We would have been doing really exciting things this week. We would have been tapering, so we would have just been going on some nice little short runs. We will be resting, we would be eating well, we would be going to Excel to pick up our numbers, which me and Jen had planned to do Friday, just gone. So this week was filled with things that were going to be happening as the week went on, that now obviously hasn't happened. So beginning of the week, I ran, you would have seen, I ran Tuesday. I think I did 5 miles. I walked Wednesday with Tilly, my daughter. We went out and walked 5 miles really early in the morning. Thursday I ran, Friday I ran, Saturday I ran, and today I've run. So I've done, my Fitbit says I've done something 7 days this week. So I ran Sunday last week as well. But overall, I've covered 26.2 miles this week, which is the distance of the marathon. It has felt good. My shins are aching now. I've just had a nice hot bath. I've been out in the sun all day today, so I look a bit toasty anyway. But I've had a nice hot bath. My shins are aching. I'm going to go and ice them for a little bit after this. But other than that, I feel really good. I feel better for going out and doing something every day this week so far. I just was feeling a bit sluggish and a bit like, so you if you exercise, you will know what this feels like. You get into a bit of a funk, and it's really hard to pull yourself out of it. It's really hard to convince yourself that you want to go out and run. But then once you're running, you think to yourself, God, why would I not want to do this? It feels amazing. So that's the feeling that you have to try and remember to get you back out that door again. But anyway, like I said, there's been a few of us that have done it this week, and we've been messaging Jen and showing her what we've been doing. There's just a few people I want to mention that's really, I've felt really supported by this week. First of all, our lovely physio, I know Jen sees her as well, Monica. You won't find a nicer, more supportive, genuinely just all-round lovely lady than Monica. We've been messaging, she's been messaging me about her run. She does run, but maybe doesn't cover as many miles as we were while we were training, but she does go out. She's really good. She's got a good pace. She goes out, struggles with her hamstrings a bit, but she goes out. And this week and during this lockdown, she's really fallen in love with running, and she's been going out and sending us pictures, or sending me pictures of where she's been, how far she's been, and really proud of herself, and quite rightly so. She's smashed it this lockdown so far. But Monica has been a massive support over these last few weeks. Just messaging each other, checking in, making sure we're okay. Every time I've put up a picture that I've run, I'll get a little message saying like, well done, and praising and bigging me up, and that just spurs me on. That is lovely. So Monica, thank you so much for just being you, really, and just being so supportive. I mean, we've only known each other since just before Christmas maybe, and I already just couldn't live without you. I'm going to be a client and friend forever. I really, really think that. The same with Jen. I mean, I only met Jen through Instagram. I remember my son giving me a stranger danger chat the day I was going to meet Jen, because I'd met her on Instagram and we live just a town apart, or 10 minutes down the road she is. And again, Jen is one of them girls that just completely lifts me. She was the lovely lady that bought me them little plaques for my trainers, which I've threaded through my laces. I don't know, we message each other daily, and she just picks me up. If I'm feeling crap, I don't know how she knows, but I'll get a text come through and it'll be from Jen, and then I'll be happy, I'll be fine again. So Jen has been another massive, massive support all the way through this marathon journey. We're both just hoping that this goes ahead in October. Like I said in the previous little snippet of this video, I am unsure whether or not it will go ahead, but let's be positive. Let's just hope it does go ahead. Let's just not say anything, just not even put it out there into the universe. It'll go ahead. So Monica, Jen, thank you this week. You've really both lifted me. Somebody else that's lifted me, lovely lady that I've just recently started to message backwards and forwards, and we've been commenting on each other's photos all on Instagram again. Amy, her Instagram handle is Amy Runs to Target. She messaged me this morning and last night. We were just saying good luck to each other, because we were both completing this challenge that Jen had kind of devised. She's been a real big support to me. She's lovely. Also Rosie Run, I think she's Rosie Runs London, or it's abbreviated LND on Instagram. We message each other quite frequently. She's lovely. She's up in Scotland. She was obviously very disappointed because she was planning to come down this week, obviously run the marathon, but pick up her number also from Excel. So that was it's a bit sad that didn't happen. Oh, hi, Jill.
I'm going to come and sit with you.
Oh, come on then. There's another lady that's been messaging me, Lauren. She's Lauren EST. I think that's her name on Instagram. I'm just looking. Yeah, Lauren EST 104. She's been messaging me. We've been messaging backwards and forwards again. A really lovely account to follow. And if I can work out how you do it, I'll tag all their Instagrams down below so you can go and see them. But they're the little group of girls that really come to mind, as well as all my family, all my friends. You would have seen what this one did for me as I come running back down the road. Tell them what you did.
So basically, I went out of my way and risked my life to get toilet roll for my mum to run through when she gets to the driveway.
So basically, I was going out. So I'd planned it this week that today my final run would have been 6.2 miles, which to me would be the last 6.2 miles of the marathon, obviously. And when I got back, my husband was filming up the window, and Tilly and her brother Lenny were standing on our driveway with toilet roll held either way for me to run through the toilet roll. So it's like my finish line. Quite fitting that it was a toilet roll finish line, as we was all panic buying toilet rolls a few months ago. So we have enough that we could let that little bit go to be a finish line. But so that was really, really lovely. I know Jen's boyfriend and most of her street, from what you can hear on the video, came out and was supporting Jen. So that was all really, really lovely. But I said I'll do a video tonight at the end of this week. I've really enjoyed it. I'm really hoping this is going to spur me on, keep me running. Somebody else that isn't doing the marathon, but that has really spurred me on this week as well. Amy, we used to be Amy Pelsman. She's Amy Atkins now. We've known each other for years. I've probably known her since I was about 6. So years and years and years. She's also a runner. She was due to do London Landmarks half marathon in March, but that's been cancelled. Well, I don't know if they've got a new date for that one yet, but she lifts me up. We've seen each other and run past each other a few times. Once I didn't hear her because I have my headphones on quite loud as I'm running, just in case anyone shouts anything obscene at me. I can't hear them. And I didn't hear Amy shouting at me from across the road, but I see her. We ran towards each other like, yeah, when I did finally see her. So I've seen her a few times this week out running. But she's always got something lovely to say, and she's really spurred me on this week. So just thank you to everybody that spurred me on. I've had some lovely messages on Facebook, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. People have been messaging me saying, oh, it must be really hard this week. With it should have been the marathon, but I'm not really. It takes a lot to bring me down, and it takes a lot for me to be negative. So I mean, I'm in no rush to complete this marathon. Yeah, I would have loved to have done it today. It might have probably been a little bit hot to do it today, but I would have done it. it would have been nice to do it today, but if it means I have to do it in October, I have to do it in October. It doesn't, I really don't mind when I do this. If it has to be next April, it will be next April. I can't worry or be upset or stress about something I can't change. The only thing you should stress about and worry about are things that you can change, because then you change them and then the stress goes away. This is what I'm always saying to Tills. Don't worry about things that you can't change. You can't change it, you can't change it, you just got to ride it, you just got to live with it. Like people moan when it's raining. Well, yeah, it's raining and rain sucks, it's horrible, it's going to rain all week this week, but there's nothing I can do about it. So there's no point in moaning about it. Can't change it. And this is how I feel a little bit with the marathon. This coronavirus, no one knows what's going on. No one knows when we're going to be out of lockdown. These social distancing measures are going to probably be in place till the end of the year. Are they going to want thousands and thousands of people lining the streets of London on the 4th of October? Probably not. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it is what it is. I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm still running. I'm happy that I'm still moving. I've never felt better in myself. I feel healthy. I feel fit. The joy I get from running when it's over is like no other feeling I've ever had. So I think for me, I've just got to keep going. What I did do this week as well, which I'm really, really pleased they did this. So we've got a group family WhatsApp chat with my side of the family. We've got one with Dan's, but for my side, I said to the guys, or my aunties and uncles or my cousins are on there, my mum and dad are on there. I said to them, right, this week I'm going to cover 26.2 miles distance by Sunday, finish on Sunday. Who's with me? Who's doing it? And do you know what? Nearly every single one of them, my Uncle Roger, he drank 26 Guinnesses over the week, so that's an achievement. My Auntie Marilyn, she stayed in bed 26 minutes longer today in support of what I was doing. So again, every little helps. She's having a little rest. My cousin Sarah's been out running. My cousin Gary's been out running. My cousin Ava's been out running. My cousin Marthy has been out on her bike. My brother's been on his bike. My mum and dad have been walking. So all this doom and gloom, oh, it's not on, it's not on. We've turned it into a positive thing. We've got people moving. We've got my Uncle Roger, probably 26 Guinnesses is probably less than what he would normally drink in a normal week. So that's done him a favour. My Auntie Mal, she's always on the go, bless her. So 26 extra minutes in bed probably was a good thing for her to do. But all jokes aside, it's got everybody moving a little bit. And we've all come together, we've shared our results, we're sharing what we're doing. And it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. So family, if any of you watch this, because I will be sharing this on the WhatsApp group, keep going. Let's set another target for next week. Let's maybe try and do 30 miles next week, or maybe let's try and do a relay next week. I don't know. We'll think of something. We'll try and do something just to keep us going, keep us motivated. I know that I definitely want to keep motivated now. I want to keep going, keep running. I might even go out in the morning. I might see how my calves feel. I might take these for a little walk or a bike ride or a scoot or something just to keep us all moving. Listen, we don't want to come out of lockdown and be fat fuckers. We want to be fit and healthy. It's just too easy just to sit down and watch Netflix all day and just eat crap. I'd love to do that. Well, yeah, it's nice to do that, but then you just feel really bad after. So why do it? So anyway, I'm rambling and going off subject here. But what I wanted to say was thank you to Jen for putting this idea into our heads to do the 26.2 miles this week. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. In all honesty, I think if you had not have suggested it, I probably wouldn't have done it. So thank you. Thank you to everybody that's joined in. Thank you to everybody that sent me messages of support and messages just saying, sorry, it hasn't really happened, but, you know, whatever. So thank you to everybody. I received my marathon top as well. I received my vest from Sands. I did the last 6.2 miles in my marathon vest today. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, and also, if this video gets 50 likes or lots of views, I will do the however many miles during the week with her, with my mum. I'll do every single one, but I have to listen to one of your AirPods, so we've got to share them.
Okay, so like this video if you don't already, subscribe to my channel.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to drag Tilly out. I might set a 30-mile goal for this week. Who knows? But you've got to, or maybe we won't do it this week, we'll do it next week. We'll give people a week to watch it. But it's a good thing. It's getting people moving. We've had walks around the garden. We've walked 5 miles around the garden, not this week, but last week. We've both got Fitbits. I bet you haven't even got yours on, have you?
Where is
I
mine?
think yours is in the bathroom. We've both got Fitbits, so we're both well aware of how much or how little we're moving. So it's just a good thing just to keep everybody going, really. So yeah, it sucks that I didn't run the London Marathon today, but I will run it when it's on. That's all I can do. When it's on, I'll do it. And until then, I'll just keep running. So thanks everyone. I might upload again in a couple of weeks if I've got something to update you. This felt like a significant reason to come on and film a video. The fact that it would have been today. So yeah, let's just keep going, keep running.
And stay at home.
And stay at home and social distance.
Yeah.
And be nice to each other. And stay well, stay safe. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Why is that person running? Are you okay? Is somebody chasing you? You're running on purpose? It's 7 in the morning.